this is Professor Benjamin, and you have almost made it through week 3 of this course. So we're moving really fast through this course. So week 3, we covered migration, and there's a couple specific things that you want to look at, and that's immigration and emigration. Immigration means into a country. Emigration means out, and people immigrate, they go in or they come out of specific countries for specific reasons, and we call those push and pull factors. So that's really important for you to know what I mean by push and pull factors. A lot of you will cover that in your forum post this week, and by the way, I will have your forum post graded within by tomorrow sometime, but I want to get this video out there. I like to get the video out before the start of the weekend. So migration was this week. I think a lot of you did a great job, a lot better on your forum post, so I appreciate that. Don't forget you have a migration quiz due by Sunday 11:59, and that will be on the migration chapter in the textbook. Also due this weekend, you have your paper proposal due, which will actually require some time and energy to research one of the topics that I've given you from the sheet. Now, you want to make sure that you zero in on a specific thing, so you don't want your topic to be too general, okay? And I'll make comments on all your paper proposals, but you want to make sure you get it in, because if you do not submit a paper proposal, you can't move to the next step, which is the outline. So I need to have a paper proposal from you. So if you don't do it this weekend, you lose zero. You get 0 points, and you still have to submit it to me anyway. So it would be in your best interest if you just bite the bullet and do it. Now, I know this is a busy weekend. If you're a football fan, it is Super Bowl weekend, so please take that into account when you are allocating time for your work. Make sure that if you are trying to think about a paper proposal, that you do that today or tomorrow, because Sunday, if you are a football fan, may wind up being a wash for you. So make sure you plan ahead for your schedule. So this week coming up, the future week, which is the first week in February, we're going to cover urban patterns. And I know I've said this before, but we are really moving quickly in this course. So really quickly, here's the final paper proposal. Here's a video on the final paper proposal. I've cut down the topics that students can pick from. So you'll see that I've modified the list. And remember, the list can be found right under here, instructions for a paper proposal. That is where the instructions are, and the choices of your paper topics. And since I've made this video, I have narrowed down the paper proposal topics because I just wasn't happy with what I was getting from students. So you'll see that there, but you have a paper proposal that you have to fill out. So that information can be found right here. This week we'll cover urban patterns, and you have another assignment due by the end of next week, Sunday 11:59. So looking forward into next week, you'll have your initial post due by Tuesday, your response post due by Friday, and you'll have a quiz due by next Sunday, along with your second assignment of the semester. I know some of you are not happy with the grades that you received on the first assignment, but you have to understand that this class is about analysis of data. So it's not just feeding me the basics, it's getting to the next level. And I know for some of you this may be tough because you've been so used to just regurgitating information, but I really want you to analyze data. Okay, so this assignment, there's a walkthrough here. It has 2 parts to it. And it has to be at least 2 pages, single-spaced, typed out with, of course, sources. And all that information along with the rubric can be found here. Okay, so this week in urban patterns, we're going to cover gentrification. We're going to cover the models, so the sector model, the multinuclear model, and the peripheral model. So we're going to cover these different models of how cities were set up. Now, believe it or not, cities were set up that way for specific reasons, and most of the time it was to segregate different sectors. So the African American or lower income areas were supposed to be here in a city, and the white upper class were supposed to be here in a city, and this is where industry was supposed to be, and this is where the parks were supposed to be. So actually cities were created by these models. Now, not every city follows those exact setup plans, but most of them mimic those plans. Now, since that, redlining was used, gentrification now is a big issue, so we've seen a little bit of change in those models in cities with the way that they were shaped in the future. So we're starting to see this break from these models, but these models still exist. They are definitely used, and we're hoping that in the future, with the help of your generation, that you're able to change how these structures are set up. Now, it's not going to be an easy task, but we're hoping. So this whole week is what we're covering, which is urbanization, redlining, all these different ideals that have been happening for years in cities. You're also going to look at the models of North America, which is us, versus the models that are in South America. So how cities are set up in South America versus how they're set up in North America. And there is a couple differences between those. So your paper is actually asking you to do that. All right, so lots to do this week. I know you could do it. Remember, I front load this class for a reason, and in the end of the semester you'll be thankful because you get a couple weeks of easiness as we move to the end of the semester. So remember, I front load my courses because I want you to get the work out of the way while you're still fresh, and not when everybody else piles stuff on you. Okay, so I'm looking forward to everything you have due this week. So don't forget, by Sunday, February 2nd, 11:59, you have your migration quiz and your paper proposal due. Next week, Tuesday, you have your initial post. Thursday, your response post. Sunday, you have, by February 9th, you have your quiz due, and then you have your urban patterns assignment due. Okay? Keep your heads up. Keep pushing forward. Remember, any movement forward is in the right direction. Okay? But you could do it. I know you could do it. I believe in you. I know you guys can handle all of this work. All right? And remember, there's a reward at the end of the semester. You don't feel it now, but at the end of the semester, there is a reward. As always, if there's any questions, feel free to reach out, and I will have your migration posts graded by tomorrow. Okay? Have a great day.